Step right up, dummies, and listen to the stupidest sports show on earth with Rodney Newpole and Tim Van Stratton. Yeah. Well, hello, dummies, and welcome to episode number 165 of the stupidest sports show on earth. My name, as you all know, is Tim Stone Cold Van Stratton, and I'm joined by Rodney Newpole, who's in a room that's different than his normal one. There's really little decoration or fanfare. Normally, your office is so colorful. There's jerseys, and now it's a sad wall.
Yeah, that's right over there. I flipped around. I flipped it around. I was just doing a little rearranging but yeah, so I have a wall behind me. That stuff's right over there. But anyways, welcome to the show, Tim. I'm glad you're back. Thanks for introducing me. And episode 165, and I think we've officially realized that nothing can make the show go away. Nothing can stop the show. Just a slight pause.
It's many things can have us cancel a show every now and then. any minor inconvenience might have us take a show off, but nothing will permanently stop the stupidest sports show on earth. That's something that I certainly pride myself in.
For sure.
That we have this level of dedication, this level of resiliency.
Yeah,
but we're here, man. We made it.
A couple things right off the top here. I got several things. First of all, thank you, Gateway Sports. I'm going to get to them now, so I don't forget. Gateway Sports, the great guys over there. If you love sports at every level, there's only one place you need to be, and that's Gateway Sports. They covered all from the preps, college, and the pros. Real coverage, real voices, real passion for the game, from live shows to podcast. Gateway Sports connects the region like nobody else. Proudly powered by First Form and Recalibrate. Visit gatewaysports.net. Every level, one gateway. More simple and quick. Thank you, Gateway Sports. And here we are. As they are getting ready for football, so are we. The next thing I wanted to get to, we are 13 days away from the NFL. Oh my God, it's 13 days. NFL is almost here. College football, like the real thing, starts in 2 days. They started tonight, by the way. We will have a special guest. Really. We will have a special guest here in like 5 minutes. But what I wanted to get to is I want to hear, because there's probably a good portion of the show and of our listeners that have never been in a hurricane, but you have. Yeah. What's it like to be in the middle of a hurricane?
Yeah, well, for those that don't know, a couple weeks ago now, most of the Hawaiian Islands, but specifically the Big Island where I live, was struck by a hurricane. It was Hurricane Lala, which is a very stupid name. I believe the last show that you and I did, my alarm went off on my phone to basically say incoming hurricane. Yeah. And that was the last that people saw of me. That was a couple weeks ago. Since then, now, I want to preface this by saying that there were parts of the island that were totally decimated by the hurricane, and some really, really sad stuff and a lot of rebuilding that has to get done. It's fortunate where we were that we did not have to experience that level of destruction. Now, all that to say, the hurricane brought more rain than I've ever been a part of in my entire life. In the 2 days of the storm, our area near the volcano got about 35 inches of rain.
Oh, we thought we had it bad. We had 12 inches over a week here in Illinois.
Yeah, 35 in 2 days. The sandbags that we put around our house to try to prevent the pools of water from getting in and flooding the home was intense. You had winds that were knocking down some of our trees. We did have a couple trees go down. Fortunately, nothing that was on our fence or on our house or anything. And then the big one is essentially the whole island lost power.
Yeah.
And we went our house specifically, we went exactly 7 days with no electricity. So we had to have all this water that we pre-saved and everything to make sure we had enough water. We had a power bank, so if we needed to use the microwave every now and then, if we need to charge our laptops because we were still trying to work, but we had to drive to somewhere to do it and go off our hotspot. And and we got power back. We still don't have internet at the house. Like, I'm in New Jersey right now, so I'm very, very far away, but like there's still no working internet where we live, so the whole area. So yeah, it's still a work in progress to get everything sort of back to normal. There were businesses in Volcano that just now opened back up this week. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's unlike anything that anyone really has experienced on the Big Island. Like, there hasn't been a hurricane that came that close and really sort of hit it directly. So it was something. It was a lot of rain. It's a lot of wind. It was scary at times, but if you prepare, it's just kind of like, is what it is. Whatever happens next, that's what's going to happen.
In your first summer, on the island is when the hurricane
historic hurricane. Yeah, immediately. Yeah,
the Tim
curse. We talk about the Tim curse here. It's a thing, folks. Like,
the Tim curse is definitely real. It's definitely real. I've seen it firsthand in sports.
Yeah.
Now I've seen it in real life. But
I used to think, Rodney, that it was just sports. It's not just sports.
It's not just sports.
I think it's just my whole life, which is a little scary. Like, it's one thing if I just jinx something in sports, but like the fact that I have this level of power over other things in my life that actually matter, it's a little frightening. So I need to start thinking about a new way to look through life, if that's the case.
About a minute or two here. I know AJ's joining us. He'll jump on here real quick. So thank you for letting us know about the hurricane. Glad you're good. New Jersey now. So big Yankees Red Sox game for you on Saturday. You're heading to the game, right?
Yeah. Game one of the doubleheader, the day game. Yeah. So it's a massive series. The Red Sox, the last time they had a series, the Red Sox swept them 4 games, and Red Sox are playing really good baseball again. Yankees lost 5-1 today. So yeah, I'm a little scared, but I'm hoping it all goes well. It'll be my first time at the new stadium, which, if you can believe that, I've only been to the old one, but I'm very, very excited. Probably going to get in fights.
Yeah.
I'd like to get in fights, and we'll see how it goes. Right?
You'll lose, bro. I've been in the new Yankee Stadium. It is fantastic. You will enjoy it, but once you leave, you need to go somewhere else. You need to go somewhere with lights
quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Last thing here before we get AJ on, our show reset. We got our NFL special coming up. Tim, I am done with my handy dandy Bet Us book. I have done.
I'm so glad you got the book. I didn't think you were going to get it.
Yeah,
I thought they were just going to do the PDF email.
It's all complete. I've done all 32 teams. I have some concerns, but we'll get to our NFL special here in the next couple days. We'll need to set a date, get that out there. We'll put that on our Twitter. But anyways, NFL special show is coming up. It won't be a Tuesday, Thursday. It'll be just some random night. Tim and I decide to have a show, right?
I think so. Yeah. And if people are bored enough, come join us. It'll be fun.
When do you get back from the mainland? Back to the mainland?
We'll get back on Sunday.
But you don't know if you'll have internet.
Don't know if I'll have internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. We have a special guest on the show tonight. We don't get very many special guests. So here we are.
We've had none. Really.
No,
We've had none. Well, Skeeter, but like that's just our friend. That's not a special guest. That's just a guest.
That's true.
This is a
but
special
anyways, AJ Youngman is going to join us from Next Fan Up. Not OnlyFans. I'm not going to do that one. The Next Fan Up is AJ Youngman. He is the founder of the app, and I've known AJ a while, and I'm excited for him. But first of all, AJ, thanks for joining the Stupidest Sports Show. Tell us about Next Fan Up first.
Yeah, great to be on here. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so it's been a busy day. So Next Fan Up, it's a gamified sports social media app platform where fans download the app. You can join your team's community and connect and interact with your fellow fan base, which will be really cool. We have, in the very beginning, we have 6 sports we'll be covering: NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, college football, and college basketball, with intentions to expand quickly into as many as we can get. You can follow live scores. We have live scores for all those leagues. And we actually have some exciting updates coming here within the next month or two to make those even the best they can be. That would be the live play-by-play and box score data. We also have Fan Clash, which is head-to-head trivia. You can challenge your friends. Here pretty soon we'll have random matchmaking available too. And then you can just play solo mode too. It's just a pretty fun sports trivia game where you can earn points. And then we have a picks tab where you can view odds of all the games. So we have that what the sports books are listing, but we're not a sports book. But there is that tool where you can compare what odds are being displayed, and then you can make picks on our app. Okay, and you're not wagering any USD or anything like that. You're simply just making picks for love of the game and having fun, right? And if you get them right, you earn points. Eventually, too, the social aspect of things will be gamified as well, which we're heading toward, which will be really, really fun and innovative. And then we have a ranks tab as well, which is where you'll see where you stack points wise on the globe, and then with your within your friend community too, which eventually will have that fan base specific as well, where you'll be able to see, I'm a Bears fan, I'll be able to see where do I stack up in the Bears fan base, which is pretty cool. And we'll have some awesome prizes for top fans, top 5, top 10, that kind of thing. There's also a social in-game chat room if you're following your team. If they're in a game, like let's say it's Bears Packers or something, you can celebrate with the Bears fans if there's like a first down or a touchdown, or you can talk smack to the Packers fans and vice versa. So we're super excited about it.
Yeah, I've already got 100 points, AJ. I must be on fire.
Right,
I got 125. I must be on fire. But anyways,
wow.
How did this come about? Like, obviously, you're still fairly young. I believe you're young. You're younger than I am, and you don't have a lot of experience creating things like this. But like, this is cool, and you've obviously done a great job. But like, where did this come from? Just tell us maybe a little backstory on that.
Sure. No, it's a fair question. So it's honestly, it's easier to just take you back to the beginning, where I didn't realize the wheels initially started turning. But one of the years that I was playing in college was the pandemic, and so it was just really weird. And I was injured at the time, and I was sitting at the bench. My mind started wandering, which it shouldn't have been, but I just couldn't help it. Looking around at the empty bleachers, and it was just so weird. I know it was a weird time for everybody, but it just got me thinking. Everybody on the floor had some pretty awesome perks going, right? Like free education, spotlight, glory. The pay now with NIL is life changing for many athletes, right? And then you take into consideration the coaches. They have $millions salaries, multi-million-dollar salaries, broadcasters, media personalities. Everybody's getting something good out of it, right? And then I started to think, like, what do the fans really get? Because before I was ever anything, I was a fan.
Yeah.
Literally the day I was born, my dad had a Bulls jersey on me. I was born like 2 months after Jordan won his 6th. So I was a fan from literally the beginning of my life. And I started thinking that the fans are the ones that spend all their time and money to show up and support for the team, all their dedication, their loyalty for their favorite teams, their schools. And what do they really get in return? Other than when the season's over, just like a little pat on the back. When the season ends for the athletes or the coaches or everybody else, it's like, hey, they got awesome stuff they're still going home to, right? And it's even more messed up if you think about the salaries that the fans are funding those,
Yeah.
right? The leagues wouldn't exist without them. And so I started thinking, like, hey, it would be really cool if fans had a chance to get something out of it, right? Because they're the backbone of these sports leagues. So long story short, that would have been 2020. Now I had no idea what that would have come to be. Like, I just thought, hey, it's a cool concept, but what does that really mean? I'm still focused on trying to get healthy and getting back on the floor. So fast forward a few years, and one day it just clicked with me because I've been on social media, especially since sports betting became legal here in the States. I was always fascinated by that kind of thing, and I got into it really just messing around at first, but was discovered I was pretty good at it and got a little following, and learned a lot through that. Just social media and just sports fans, became close with a lot of people I never would have been able to otherwise, except for social media. And one thing I learned was that the social media spaces are very fragmented, particularly for sports fans. Do they exist on all these platforms? Of course, but outside of stumbling upon them accidentally or inserting yourself into some type of algorithm, you don't really just come across them intentionally. And so I thought it would be really cool to be able to have fans be able to join their team communities and connect automatically with all their fellow fans across the world. And then on top of that, have a gamified layer where fans do truly get a chance to be rewarded for the first time ever, because these points eventually here will lead to fan coins, which will be like our native currency of the app, which ultimately what we're building toward is to have those redeemable for like in-app purchases, and then in real life perks too, because we're going to have live event check-ins coming as well for the first time ever. Like no other platform has that. And so we really just want to become the first all-in-one true home for sports fans, where every feature you can think of, play-by-play, social spaces, fantasy, live event check-ins, anything you can think of, all under one roof. So super exciting. A lot of work to be done.
So, I mean, this has been multiple years in progress, right? I mean, you said 2020 is when you played, but you fast forward, 2, 3, 4 years worth?
Yeah. So, and it was all like, I had no idea what it was building toward, really, right, for a few years. But I just always had this idea in the back of my head. And as I was building my little following that I've built, and I wanted to do something different too, right? But I'll tell you, it was July 23rd of 2025. So last year, about 13 months ago, was the day, and I'll never forget it. It just clicked with me. And I was like, I want to start doing this. And you can think about it and talk about it as much as you want, but like, how many times do you really just put everything aside and just fully go for it? And like, hey, I'm not stopping. I'm going to just explore this. And that's when it officially started. And then to see where we've come from there, to like me explaining this to people and being like, whoa, this is a lot. Seeing it go from there. And I've gotten a lot of good advice from a lot of advisors, and they just say progress over perfection. That's the thing that I keep hearing. And I didn't understood completely what that meant at first, but now I get it more than anybody does. And that's just, if you spend too much time trying to perfect something, you'll never get to market. And so even though I still know the vision in my head of where we're going and where we will be, 1, 2, 3 years from now, I had to come to terms with like, hey, let's just make a minimum viable product and let's get to market. And then we iterate from there and improve. Like, there's a lot to clean up on it right now, but we're live, right? And that's what's important. And now we just keep honing it from there, making improvements, putting new features out. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's been.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in here real quick, AJ. So one thing that really stands out to me too is that, like, because you go to these apps and you get bombarded by, you get some of the information, but it's covered in ads. You get things, but you need to pay extra for access to this. So something that really stands out is like right off the bat, like one of the big selling points here is free to play, nothing to buy, no ads. Like what sort of is the, I guess, like, what is your reasoning for making it that way, and like your true sort of like just to make it as simple and easy as possible, like that? Because like I love that, but like as someone who created this thing, like what was sort of your vision and reasoning for wanting to make it so accessible for us?
That's an excellent question. I'm glad you asked it though, because like me myself, the cool thing about it is I am the literal target market for this app. And so, I thought about that a lot, and it's like, what's, in my opinion, one of the first things that turns me off is seeing a paywall, right? I think it's just a natural human instinct. I think majority of people feel that way. There's some things, they may be more lenient on, okay, I'll pay for this, but majority of the time you show up from day one and you see a paywall, you're like, and then or you're going to have the expectation of, oh, it's free, but I'll probably be bombarded with advertisements, like you said, right? And see, or okay, there's a subscription, but you can stay on for free. But if I'm not a paying member, I'm going to fall behind. Like you have to pay to win, essentially, right? So one of my biggest priorities, and there was a turning point a few months into building it where that really clicked with me, was I want to protect the user experience, and we do as a team. That's our number one priority, is preserving the integrity of the user experience on this app as long as we possibly can, uh, literally into however long into the future, where it's just a clean user interface and experience where you're not going to see that. You're not going to feel like, oh, I'll fall behind if I don't pay. It's never going to be like that. We want it to just be as smooth of experience as possible, because that's what I would want. And so I think that majority of people will be able to relate with that.
Yeah. AJ, I saw the midnight launch. I think your dad or somebody posted the midnight you guys launched. There was a lot of people. You have a team. You have several people, working alongside or working with you, it looks like. I mean, now you were able to grab a team pretty quickly here, and I assume we're kind of all in unison here, but you've got a good team.
No, we've got an unbelievable team. I could sit here and talk for like hours about them, and how valuable they've been and how grateful I am for them. And all the people that you see in that video, it's not even all of them. Some of them couldn't make it till midnight, so they had to head out, which is understandable. But amazing people, family, friends, people we trust, people that I've known for ages, and that I trust with everything, and smart people too. We have an unbelievable group. The way we get along is unbelievable too. Like, honestly, never been a part of a better situation. So it's like we're a family. Next family up, and so
Yeah.
it's just a blast getting to work with them. And we have an office downtown, which is great. We just secured that, so that's where you saw us at in that video. So yeah, it's amazing.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So, I mean, you basically go. So I'm on iPhone. It sounds like you can do Android and others as of next week, it sounds like.
Yeah. So originally we were planning on having both of them go live at the same time. And one, again, like, it's just been such a learning experience. And one of the things I didn't realize was how tricky it is to get approved for the app stores. Very, very particular. It's funny though, because ironically, it was Apple, the one that we were all so worried about, and trying to be as neat as possible. We got approved for them way quicker than we thought we would, and it ended up being the Google Play Store that we had to make a little adjustment on. And so we will be live on Google Play and for Android users early next week. So not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. So we're then we'll be fully, as of right now, we are live with Apple, but next week for Android.
So basically, for those that haven't done it, go to the wherever you get your apps and just type in Next Fan Up and get it in. It was really easy I got an account quickly. Went on, everything works smooth. So that's what you want to hear. I was able to kind of navigate through what you got going on here. And like I said, did we lose him here, Tim?
I think he's still in it. Maybe his image just went away here for a second. Yep, there he is.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh, good.
Never
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So I think you were saying, the easiest way definitely would just be to go to the App Store and type in Next Fan Up, and then we should pop in. Is that the way you did it?
Yeah, just my Apple Store and went on there, and like I said, it was easy, smooth. I got an account in no time, and like you said, no paywall, nothing like that. So that was nice. And so what? What's, you don't have to give all the detail, but like what's that like? Obviously growing, but what's like the as football gets here, like what's your big priority?
Actually, yeah. So again, I'm glad you asked that, because what we're considering this is season 0. Okay, is what we're calling it. And this time next year, season 1 will officially begin. And so I'll kind of break down what that means. Like season 0, it's going to be all strictly about just as much data as we can gather and what we can learn, how we can improve the app, listening to feedback from literally all the users. I'm going to try to make myself as accessible as possible. I don't want to be a silent, invisible CEO. Like I want to be public facing. I want people to know me and feel like, hey, you can reach out to me and give me feedback or ask questions, comments, concerns, that kind of thing. Because we want to improve this minimum viable product as much as we can. We want to start building some new features here in this first year, and then get it to a point where when season 1 begins at this time next year, everybody will be considered like a rookie fan. And then now at that point, you earn so many points, you get a fan coin bonus, and then you get upgraded to a pro fan. And then the same thing goes all-star fan, superstar, legend, hall of fame, all the way up, right? And so that's where season 1 will officially take off. Now, what we're going to do here in season 0, especially since you mentioned football, pretty cool. In the beginning, we are about to do a season-long pick'em contest, and so we will be updating everybody on that on our social medias. So on Twitter and then on Instagram, we'll be putting out the live rankings, how that's going to work, and we'll be making posts about this for everybody to follow along. But essentially, in the app on the picks tab, for college football and NFL, we have the data to be able to tell your favorite teams, obviously, and then the picks you're making on those games. So I'll just use myself for example. My favorite pro team is obviously the Bears. My favorite college team is Illinois. So I will be making a spread pick and a total pick on every single Illinois game and every single Bears game. It can be whichever side you want to take. And so if you get both of them wrong, you still get 2 points because you tried on each of them, and we want to keep you want to make sure you're still showing up, and you got something for being there. If you split on them, you're taking home you're taking home 4 points. And if you sweep the whole entire board, you take home 6 points. And so every single week we'll be doing that with college and NFL, and we'll have a running leaderboard posted weekly to see where you stand at. And then at the end, we're going to have some pretty cool prizes for the top player, top 5, that kind of thing. So yeah, follow along on socials for that. I think that'll be the biggest thing. We're going to do that with basketball as well at the pro and college level. So that'll take us pretty far here in the first year.
So AJ, real quick, I know we'll let you go here in a second, but as Rodney said, he already does have 125 points. He's 4th in the global rankings. I personally cannot let that stand. So okay. What is the quickest way, in a nutshell, like what's the absolute quickest way? I have an account now. I'm all in. Like I got everything. Rodney, by the way, I sent you a friend request. It's pending, so make sure you get on that.
Perfect. Yeah.
What is the quickest way that I can pass him?
The picks tab for sure. Because now we have a daily cap on the solo mode for Fan Clash. Once you reach 20, and that'll be changing soon. We're gonna up that, and we're also gonna up the easy, medium, and hard level points. But you can also challenge a friend on Fan Clash. That's worth 50. But if you every correct pick you get,
I'm going to destroy you.
Every correct pick you get 25 points on the picks tab. So that's what I would say. I would say try to make some good picks.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, as someone who mopped the floor with Rodney for our best bets for betting contest that we did this year, that should be no problem then. So give me a day, and I'll pass them.
Man, I'm excited for Saturday. Gosh, it's been with football. Yeah. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, AJ, you've come a long way from the driver's ed class of 10 to 15 years ago.
I was thinking about that. Yeah,
it's been a while. I
know, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Remember you balling back in the day too. So I'm super excited for you, your entire team there. You're welcome to come on at any time. We'll share your stuff, and good luck. I'm a lot jealous because like doing something you love to do and just going with it and being involved. But we do wish you the best of luck and super excited for you.
No, appreciate it. Thank you guys. Would love to come back on here whenever. And we'll stay in touch.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks, AJ.
All right.
Thank you, AJ.
We'll see you guys. Thank you.
Yep. Cool. That is AJ Youngman of Next Fan Up. Cool app, man. That's fun.
It's
that's
awesome.
Fun for him.
Yeah, I'm like poking around. I know, like it's one of those things where it's like you want to be listening and all this stuff, but like at the same time, it's like, all right, I got to check this thing out. So like I have the account, I'm just going through it, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with this, especially with football season here. So yeah, very, very excited. And that's great, man. Like it's a local kid. Like you taught him how to drive. It sounds like.
Yeah, there he is.
It all comes full circle. It does.
Anyways, yes. So thanks for AJ coming on. We'll see if we can get him on, as he starts getting some more updates and things like that. All right. So Tim, we have half hour left of our show. I figure we can get some NFL talk here. Looking around the NFL tonight, Friday, Saturday, last few days of the preseason. I don't know how much preseason talk we necessarily need to talk about because like the Patriots played zero starters, like zero starters. They never played a starter for any of these games. Dylan Gabriel was really good tonight, and he's not even gonna be. I mean, he's gonna struggle to make a team. Yeah. There's talk about JJ McCarthy maybe not even making the Minnesota Vikings.
That would be shocking if that happened. I can't see that happening.
Yeah. So, but anyways, anything you want to get to in the preseason, like that's what I'm saying. I started with, I don't know as if we need to necessarily talk. Like the wins, losses don't matter. They don't matter at all. These guys aren't even playing the right guys.
No, and I don't know if there's been a huge storyline per se where a team that we expected to be great looks awful or vice versa. Yeah, I don't really know. Keep in mind too, Rodney, I'm just now kind of getting back to civilization. So not sure. I was like, if there was something huge that I missed, then let me know. But it seems like we're all just kind of waiting for the season to get here.
Yeah. Anyways, we've been looking at divisions, and I think it's time. We haven't done the AFC North yet, have we?
I don't think so because I don't remember fawning over Joe Burrow recently.
I don't think so either. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. And I'm just going to tell you now, because I'm not ready to release all of my picks, but I have Cincinnati at 12-5.
Those son of a bitches are going to do it again, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man, but like to borrow your term, which I love so much, like I'll be their Huckleberry. Yeah. And I feel like that's me every year with the Bengals. So I'm not surprised, and I'm sure I also have them as a very good team for some reason.
I have the Baltimore Ravens at 10-7. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers, ironically, at 9-8.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's basically where they live. And Tim, I have the Cleveland Browns at 2-15.
Is it the worst quarterback situation in the entire NFL?
I mean, I sat there last Saturday and watched Deshaun Watson play. I watched that game. I watched the Browns and Patriots.
How was that?
I watched, and then I was like, okay, they were going to make a decision based on this game. Shadur's going to start. And then I watched the post-game press conference, and I know you've been out of the loop here, but basically Deshaun went off on the fans.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he went off on the fans. They booed him. He's like, I don't care. They booed me when I got hurt. Like, they're the problem, not me. And then the next morning, Todd Monken makes him the starting quarterback. So some weird stuff going on there. Yes, I think it is. And the Browns start their first two games on the road. I just wonder if Shadur's not going to get week 3 and be the starting quarterback at home. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I have the Cleveland Browns at 2 wins. Like, who are they going to beat more than that? I'm not sure. Your thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, they faced the Jets and the Titans, but both times they're on the road for those games. They got the Raiders at home. They probably will beat the Bengals in one of their 2 meetings because for whatever reason the Bengals just struggle against the Browns. Yeah, I mean it's a hard division. They don't really have a super easy like non-division schedule this year. Yeah, it's like they're not a good football team, and they just traded the best defender in the NFL. Their best player is gone, and their quarterback situation's bad. Like Todd Monken. We have no idea if Todd Monken's going to be a good head coach. I don't know if I can confidently say he's an upgrade over Kevin Stefanski. Like,
right?
I don't know if he will. Probably not. Like historically, he probably won't be. So yeah, I'm not high on them. But I like the other 3 teams though. So like Pittsburgh, I'm kind of with you. Like they're like 8-9 or 9-8, and that's just where they sort of live. Like it feels very similar to the team that we've seen just the last couple of years. And hiring Mike McCarthy sort of tells us that they feel the same way. Like that's just the team. I think I'm higher on Baltimore than you are though.
And 10 wins?
I think so. And so Jesse Minter's the coach there, and it's not Harbaugh, but like Harbaugh was there for a really long time, and I think that a new voice might be nice for them, especially when the guy Jesse Minter, I believe, was a former Baltimore assistant at one point. So like there's some familiarity with sort of how things are going to operate there. Like Lamar Jackson's still an excellent quarterback who I think will play at a really high level. He was hurt for several games last year. So if you think that he's healthy, I think that'll certainly help. They added, Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. So they took a division rival's star player and they added him to their own team. So yeah, I think Baltimore will be really solid this year. I do. So I think they'll bounce back.
Here's who I have Baltimore losing to. I'll just go ahead and run this down real quick.
Yeah.
I have them losing at home to Dallas.
It's possible.
I have them losing at home to Cincinnati.
Possible.
I have them losing on the road at Buffalo.
Yeah.
I have them losing at home to the Chargers. Right?
I don't know about that one.
I have them losing back-to-back road games at Carolina and at Houston. And I have them losing on the road at Pittsburgh. I mean, I just look at that and I'm like, those 7 games, obviously they could flip either way. They could go either way on those. But their biggest wins, I guess, would be at Cincinnati and then against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They don't play a massively tough schedule, or honestly. They get New Orleans, they get Atlanta.
What's interesting is that I'm looking because they have odds out for every single game already. And of those 6, so what is it, 7 losses that you gave them?
Yeah, 7.
So 7 losses, 6 of them, they're currently the favorites. The only one that you mentioned them losing where they're not a favorite is at Buffalo.
Yeah.
Every other game they're a favorite. And that includes the game against Dallas too, where it's I think it's technically a Cowboys home game, but it's in Rio. So it's an international game.
That's right.
So,
it is a
yeah. But
it'll be interesting,
that's a Ravens team, they're probably going to be favorites for a lot of those unless they start the season really awfully. And they're going to lose some games that they should win by that rate. So I think I'm higher on Baltimore as a whole.
My two wins for the Cleveland Browns. Week 7 at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Week 14 with Atlanta.
So you have them losing at home to Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah. Mendoza's going to tear them
by
apart.
By that point.
Yeah. It's not a good team. It's
No.
just no. It's not a good team. But no, like so Cincinnati. So is Baltimore then at least a wild card team for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. I mean, I put that all
Yeah.
together here. Let me see here. NFL
So what?
I have-
So what is it?
No,
Like-
I don't have because I have them in a tie for the last playoff spot.
Oh wow.
10 wins.
I'd be
10 wins
surprised.
doesn't make the playoffs in the AFC.
So the Bengals, like obviously, it's going to come down to health in several key areas. But was it last year where we saw a healthy Joe Burrow and it didn't translate to wins?
Yeah.
So we can't even say like, oh, all they just need is him to be healthy. They did have Dexter Lawrence, who that fills a huge need for them. So they made some improvements there, and I think that they've had some offensive line changes too. Like I'm the same way as you. I just think that their offense has the potential to be so dynamic that it's going to win them a lot of football games, and all they need to be is just like competent on defense, which they really haven't been the last couple of years. But like the talent's there. The talent's certainly there for sure.
Now, earlier in the week, and I know you've been in and out, Jamar Chase did hyperextend his leg. It doesn't seem to be serious, but you never really know. I guess the thing I like about preseason right now, as opposed to maybe years past, is like your preseason games might be over, but like you still have 2 weeks. So even if you got hurt, I call it minor, but even if you got hurt tonight in a preseason game, you still got 2 weeks. Whereas like, I feel like before, like if you got hurt Thursday or Friday, you turned around and played the next Sunday. And that was kind of a quick turnaround for injuries. So I do like it in that regard, but he did hyperextend his leg. I think he's going to be okay, but that's something to watch.
Yeah, I certainly, especially if you're a fantasy owner who has like the 4th pick in the draft and you're trying to decide between Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, or JSN, and like, it kind of makes a big difference. Which, speaking of, let's say Rodney, you have the 3rd pick. If Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs are both off the board, you're probably going one of those 3 receivers. And if so, which one are you taking?
I think I'm taking Puka.
Yeah. Does it scare you at all, like the offseason that he had? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
No.
Not great. I mean, I feel like he's in the best offense. I mean, he is in the best offense. I'm so high on the Rams. When I get to our NFL special, I'm embarrassingly high on the Rams. Embarrassingly high.
So when I guaranteed you that at minimum they would be in the conference finals, you were like, what? I'm assuming that it's now justified based on what you just told me.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. Sean McVay, I have so much faith in you right now. It's ridiculous. But we gotta plan our NFL special. I'll hit you up tomorrow and we'll get that planned. But I did want to move a little bit to Major League Baseball real quick. Let's send our official SIAs to the teams that are no longer in contention by our standards to make the playoffs. Okay, are we ready?
Let's do it. Let's
start in the National League. See you, Colorado Rockies.
yeah, I think that's reasonable.
See you, San Francisco Giants.
Yep. See you.
See you, New York Mets.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one for the Mets this year.
See you, Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
See you, Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
See you, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah. And
see you, St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Not a good last week for the Cardinals. Got swept in Philly, blew a couple games, blew one last night, 67-68, 5.5 out. I don't think the Marlins are going to make the playoffs.
I don't think so, but I don't know if I'm ready to say see ya yet because
4 games out. Yeah,
only 4 games out. Like they're hanging in there. They're hanging in there. They got pitching that's good enough to keep them in ball games.
Did you know that the Chicago Cubs are closer to missing the playoffs than they are catching the Milwaukee Brewers.
You know what? Yeah, they are only four. They have a 4-game lead for a playoff spot, which is wild.
Well,
'cause I
five
feel like it was
over
like
Arizona.
or 5 games. Yeah, 5, and then they're 7 back of the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah, I would say losing these last couple games to said Arizona Cardinals was probably, or not Arizona Cardinals, Arizona Diamondbacks, probably not ideal for them.
No,
in that regard.
5 games. 5 games separates them, and
But
they've got Milwaukee 6.
There's no way that the Cubs miss the playoffs, though. I'm sorry. They're 18 games over 500. I would be, you know what? I feel that confident. I personally guarantee you, forget the Tim curse. I personally guarantee that the Chicago Cubs will make the playoffs this year.
God, this would be my all-time favorite.
I am willing to stake my reputation, my livelihood, everything that I have physically and spiritually on the Chicago Cubs making the playoffs this year. Take it to the bank, take out a second mortgage, put it on the Cubs making the playoffs. You heard it here first.
The Brewers hold a 3-game lead over the Dodgers, 4-game lead over the Braves. The gap between the Dodgers and Braves is now only a single game after Chris Sale threw a complete game shutout tonight over the Dodgers. Atlanta 24 games over 500.
You know what pisses me off? Every time I look at the standings, it's like, oh, the Dodgers are only 5-5 in their last 10, or like they've lost 2 in a row, 3 in a row. And yet I look at their record and they're always 30 games above 500. Is it possible that even if they lose games, that those losses actually aren't applied to the standings for them? It's only wins. Like, do you think that the MLB hard-on for the Dodgers goes that far up to where they just don't even give them losses in the standings? Because I kind of feel like that's the case.
Yeah, no, they've played poorly for quite a while.
They've been like a sub 500 team since the All-Star break, and yet they're still almost 30 games above 500. How is that possible? They didn't have the best record at the All-Star break. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. Let's move to the American League and see some teams here. See you, Los Angeles Angels.
Yeah.
See Sacramento, Vegas, Oakland A's.
They own.
See you, Kansas City Royals,
who've won nine of their last 10, but too little, too late. Royals.
See you, Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I think so. I think that they might have peaked a little too early, and now things are coming off the rails for them.
See you, Minnesota Twins.
I don't know. So the Twins are only. Well, yeah, the Twins are 6.5 back in the division. That seems a little far for them, but only 4 back in the playoffs. I mean, personally, I would feel comfortable seeing them.
Yeah. Toronto's 3.5 back. Seattle's 4 back. Baltimore's 3 back. Like, what in the actual hell is going on in the American League?
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. And Seattle is 4 back in the wild card, only 3 back in the division.
Yeah, because Houston's winning the division at 67-67. By the way, I do got to give a quick shout out here. St. Louis Cardinals won their 67th game today. Their win total was 66.5.
Yeah, it was like the 3rd lowest win total going into the year. I don't know in hindsight how we all thought the Cardinals were going to be the 3rd worst team in Major League Baseball when you watch the Rockies and the Angels and the A's and like all these other terrible baseball teams.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
if the Cardinals hold on, if the Cardinals 67-68, if the Cardinals were in the American League, they would be what, a game and a half out of a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
We'd be talking about them as a playoff team here, and you would be going into September sweating, and instead they're in the National League, and we just seeded them tonight. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yankees hold a 2-game lead over Boston, a 7.5 game lead over Cleveland. So pretty comfortable there. But Cleveland's red hot, won 7 straight games.
Yeah, you knew it was a matter of time before one of these AL Central teams got really hot. And like Minnesota went through their stretch, Detroit went through their stretch. Now Cleveland's going through their stretch. But like credit to the White Sox, like they still haven't faded because the White Sox have won a couple in a row. They're 7 games over 500. They got a larger lead in their division than the Astros do in theirs. Yeah. So like they deserve credit, man. And like they've been the best team in the division the entire year. So yeah, they're hanging in there.
We mentioned Red Sox, Yankees. It's Sandoval and Schlittler tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's
a game. That's a game that the Yankees have to win.
Yeah,
they gotta win it.
Boston's sending Bennett to the mound for their first game on Sunday.
Yeah,
it sounds like Max Fried could be on his way back.
From what I have seen, it seems like one of the doubleheader games will be Rodon and the other will be Fried.
Yeah, it's not bad because then you got Warren on Sunday.
Which you're not going to win that one against Ranger Suarez. You're not going to win on Sunday. So yeah, I think that's what makes Friday so important when you have Schlittler on the mound and a clear advantage for your pitching matchup. And then Saturday, obviously you'd love to win both. It's hard to win both games of a doubleheader though.
Yeah.
So yeah, this huge series could end up just being a wash when it's all said and done.
But as a Yankees fan, you kind of want that. I mean, obviously you want to win 3 or 4, but like,
I don't want.
You'll take splits.
Yeah, at this point, given how well Boston's playing, given how uneven it feels like the Yankees have been playing, especially on offense, like, yeah, I would take a split. I would feel good about a split, which is gross, but like, yeah, I think that I kind of just have to pick my battles, and that's where I'll be content.
All right, final 7 minutes here. Let's remember somebody tonight. I know it's been kind of abbreviated, not abbreviated, but we've kind of flown through some things here. But let's remember somebody tonight. Let's do it in the National Football League, and I think this is a guy that you're going to remember. Played at Oregon for, looks like maybe a season. Do you remember LeGarrette Blount? Tim, do you remember LeGarrette Blount?
Brother, I absolutely remember LeGarrette Blount. Like many people, my first memory of LeGarrette Blount was him punching that dude.
Yep.
In college. Was it Oregon against Boise State?
It was.
Right?
It was. Yeah. Oregon. Yeah. Oregon, Boise State. So 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. Yes. Yeah. I remember that as well.
Like that was my first memory of LeGarrette Blount. And I was like, man, that's crazy. That's wild that he's playing. He went undrafted.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there's probably like I don't want to get to, and maybe you have more information on this, but like it seems like there were probably some character issues that were a reason why he went undrafted. But somehow found his way into the NFL and he turned it into a 9-year playing career.
Yeah. Yeah. He started his college career at East Mississippi Community College. Yeah. So, it was kind of just a 2-star out of high school. He kind of made his name there, known at Oregon. And undrafted. I did not realize. So he played for 7 teams, or was on 7 different teams in his career. I guess I didn't. I don't know if I would have known that. Would you have known he played for so many teams, or was on so many teams?
Probably not, because I really only I think of him mostly as a Patriot, and then early on with Tampa, but mostly as a Patriot.
So he started with the Titans. Don't believe he ever played down with the Titans.
No, I think he was just like off season or practice squad with them. So, but he was with Tampa that year too, 2010. So he was a rookie actually playing with Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa, New England, 16 games. Pittsburgh, so Pittsburgh for 11 games in 2014. Back to New England, 2015, 26. Well, no, he started at Pittsburgh, went to New England. New England through those years, Philly and Detroit. So Tampa, New England, Pittsburgh, Philly, Detroit. So 6 teams, not counting the Titans, who he didn't technically play for. Played in 11 postseason games, had 11 postseason touchdowns. Pretty good.
Which tied for the 6th most in NFL history.
Yeah. 3-time Super Bowl champion. 2016 NFL rushing touchdown leader, part of the all-rookie team. And because he was undrafted, we can't go through his draft class. That kind of sucks.
No.
But we can talk about the 2010 draft if you would like.
We can. We could go through all of the How about this? How about Rodney, do me a favor. Pull up the 2010 draft, but just look at the running backs that were drafted, and we'll see how many of them actually were better than LeGarrette Blount in the NFL. I wanted to just throw this out there too. So, yeah, like you mentioned, 3 Super Bowls, won 2 with New England, 1 with Philadelphia. He was on that Philadelphia team that won the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Yeah,
making him one of just 6 players to have consecutive Super Bowl titles for different franchises. Because he won for the 2016 team, the Patriots, and then 2017 Eagles.
not bad.
So yeah, you don't see that. It's very like Danny Green in the NBA won back-to-back. He won with Toronto and then the Lakers the next year. Like similar to that. Like it's pretty cool when a guy's able to do that. So like 3 rings, man, like led the league in touchdowns a year. Like that's a very, very successful NFL career.
2010 NFL draft was, of course, the Sam Bradford and Ndamukong Suh draft. The first running back that was selected was 9th overall by the Buffalo Bills, C.J. Spiller.
Yeah, I take LeGarrette Blount's career easily.
Yeah. Next, 12th overall from the San Diego Chargers, Ryan Matthews.
Oh, I barely remember Ryan Matthews. Holy cow.
This was the Tim Tebow draft, 25th.
29th running back.
30th overall to the Detroit Lions, Javid Best.
Yeah, LeGarrette Blount's wiping the floor with all these guys so far.
Yeah. 36th overall to the Kansas City Chiefs, Dexter McCluster. Nope.
No.
This was the Gronk draft as well, 42nd overall. 51st overall, running back to the Minnesota Vikings, Toby Gerhart.
I mean, he was a Heisman finalist.
Yeah.
But was not a very good NFL running back.
Back-to-back running backs at the end of the second round to Houston, Ben Tate, and to Cleveland, Montario Hardesty.
I don't know why, but like the name Montario Hardesty feels like a name Skeeter would throw out there on a fantasy focus in like 2014 to be like, I'm playing Montario Hardesty this week.
There was not very many running backs drafted. I'm scrolling all the way down to 112th overall, New York Jets, Joe McKnight.
Was he USC?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think yes, he was USC.
Yeah.
I keep scrolling. Fullback, John Connor. Yeah, man.
So can we say that the league kind of screwed up by not drafting LeGarrette Blount here because it's not even close.
No.
Like the names that you just read, it is not even close compared to the career that LeGarrette Blount had.
Yeah, 173rd Anthony Dixon, 180th Deji Carroll.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
it's runaway.
Jonathan Dwyer, James Starks, Charles Scott. Got nothing, man.
James Starks sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds like he played for the Knicks.
It's John Starks.
I don't know James Starks. I have no idea. Anyways, that's it.
No, wasn't he a Packer, or am I thinking of someone else?
Oh, Starks, I believe was, yeah. Yeah,
James Starks was a Packer. Yeah,
but not better than LeGarrette Blount.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, James Starks was he was a Packer 2010 to 2016. He was a rookie for that Packers Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he had 2,500 rushing yards. So honestly, he's probably the second best running back behind LeGarrette Blount. Yeah. But still, yeah. No, LeGarrette Blount absolutely nukes the competition there. So yeah, I mean, like shout out to him for proving all the haters wrong. All 32 teams said no thank you, and then still found a shot with Tampa Bay and made a great career out of it.
This was also the Antonio Brown, 195th overall draft class. He's a weirdo.
So, it was a good draft class. I mean, with Gronk in there and Antonio Brown. Yeah, I mean, you had good players, just not good running backs.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
All right, let's wrap it up for the night. We'll remember somebody again on Tuesday for the Tuesday edition of the show as we move into September. Tuesday is September. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, not X. That'll be where we post in the information you want us to find out. And one more thing I got going on, just like the basketball season, I am starting the football feast that started today. 12:30 p.m. Central Time, the feast. Get it? Like during lunchtime, football feast, lunchtime.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
football
in.
feast daily on Twitter. Just talking football, talking about the games that are going on, the games that maybe went on, the games that are coming up. We'll do it Monday through Friday, at least here for a while. 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Who knows? Depends on who joins and how much they join. Audience participation needed, but that'll be tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Central Time for the football feast. So come join us right here on Twitter and probably my account. The Stupid Sports Show account will retweet it, but it'll be done through my personal account. But anyways, Tim, it's time for you to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock in New York, man.
Yeah, man. My body has no idea what time it is anymore. Like,
yeah, because it's it's like 6 in Hawaii.
Yeah, so hold on. So 11 p.m. Eastern would be 5 p.m. in Hawaii. Yeah. I'm eating dinner right now, man. It's like dinner time. So
bedtime.
Yeah, everything is so screwed up here, but it'll be fun, man. I got a wedding tomorrow. That's going to be great. I got a Yankee game on Saturday, and then I fly home Sunday to an island, and I might or might not have internet. So hopefully we do, and we can do a show on Tuesday.
Yeah. Thanks, AJ Youngman of Next Fan Up for joining us. Our first real guest, because we're not counting Skeeter. He doesn't count. He just kind of shows up. But Skeeter was on a couple weeks ago, and AJ was on tonight. Good luck to those guys over at Next Fan Up. Appreciate them coming on, and make sure you download the free app now. Next Fan Up on your
get the app. Take down Rodney K and his 125 points as soon as possible. We need to humble him.
Yeah. So. Anyways, Tim, let's get out of here. Send us away, and we'll talk Tuesday.
All right, brother. Thanks for putting the show together, and I'll see you next week. He's Rodney Newpel. I'm Tim Stone Cold Van Stratton, and this has been another edition of the Stupidest Sports Show on Earth. See you guys.
See ya.
Step right up, dummies, and listen to the Stupidest Sports Show on Earth with Rodney Newpel and Tim Van Stratton.